What's going on, trash cans? Welcome back. We are live with some Pokemon Center ETBs, and we're going to open them. Why? So you don't have to. Yes, we are crazy for opening up such expensive pieces of Pokemon equipment, but that is okay. We are okay with that, and that is just what we are going to be doing. So, we have the Lucario and Gardevoir from Mega Evolutions. As you see, these are still sealed from the Pokemon Center. We have not opened a Pokemon Center ETB in several sets. The last set that we did, I believe, was Shrouded Fable with Noibat. And yeah, so we're going to actually crack these open and see, well, really what we have inside. I understand this is not a highly sought after, desirable thing to do, but at the same time, we're going to. What's up, Loxley? Shaker? I know. For those that don't know, Pokemon Center ETBs are one of the most sought-after collectible items in the sealed industry in Pokemon. Right now, this is roughly 200, and Lucario's like $240 market. And this is roughly like 210 market, and the reason being is because you have to get into the queue to get them. They're hard to get, and that's why. So that is why they're so hard. Time Spiral Remastered. Goddamn. What's up, Kojin? So yeah, there's a good chance that probably within the next like 3 weeks that these will probably go up to about like $400 each. But yeah, so part of our original thing was that we would open up product and then we would grade the promos, and we're actually going to kind of like go back into that style because I think that it kind of shows a journey of our channel. And next week we'll be opening up the enhanced booster box, which currently is roughly $400. So we'll be grading that promo as well. So we'll be sending out promos from the ETBs, going to do them sequential, normal, and regular. So the real question is, which one do we start with? Do we start with Gardevoir or do we start with Lucario? What are we feeling, Lucario or Gardevoir? I understand, again, that people may not like the fact that I'm opening these, but that is okay. They're my stuff, and I can do what I want. So, doing it for y'all's viewing pleasure. I don't know. Kind of feeling. I don't know. I like the gold one, whoever that is. This one or this one. So this is 1 and this is 2. Which one are we going with? 1 or 2? Gardevoir is number 1. Lucario is number 2. The Guardy, I think. The Plant Lady. Yeah. All right, we'll open that one. The cool thing about these is that they actually have like a Pokeball like on the side, which I didn't know. So, Deuce, Shaker, you're leaving already? We just started. How you gonna tune in and then tune out that quick? Damn. I'm just kidding. I understood what you was getting at. But yeah, so people are gonna cry inside as we open this. Because once we do, we're never going back. All right. Yeah. And we're done. Oh, I was saying too. Let Loxley pick. So inside, there's no difference between this ETB and a regular ETB except for 2 things. I'm about to show y'all what the 2 things are. It's the promo and the number of packs. That is the difference. Pick number 3, my lord. Number 3. Yeah. So, all that BS out the way. Oh, also, they started doing these. If you guys don't know, they started putting them in this little plastic encasement. So, they come shipped like this, which I think is a pretty cool change. What's up, monkey? So we'll take this out. That has its coin, which is the pretty cool Gardevoir That is trippy. Pretty cool Gardevoir coin, I'm not gonna lie. The coins do. People send the coins to PSA and they actually get quite expensive. Some of the original like metal coins are quite expensive, and then people do collect the sleeves. But yeah. So in a normal ETB, you get 9 packs. I believe this comes with 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just take out the packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 11 packs. Well, Nico, this isn't our first time. It's not going to be our last. So I'm opening it for your viewing pleasure. How about that? I think it's cool to grade them. So the other thing is in the ETB promos, you have your Pokemon Center stamped Alakazam that we're doing. What's up, Island Angler? Long time no see. How goes everything? So I'll be very careful opening this. I have fat fingers, so very gentle. So we'll be doing this. I have my penny sleeves over here. So it has the stamped version. If I can put in the sleeve. So you have your stamped Alakazam here, and then you have your non-stamped version as well. So we'll be doing that. So the Alakazam, I think, is actually like one of the first promos that is pretty dope. Not gonna lie. The stuff in Mega Evolution, there's nothing really that like pops out to me that is like, oh, I really want this. But I do like the Alakazam promo. Alakazam, like minus the Alakazam EX, I don't think has a lot of full arts. So the Magneton, it's not that the Magneton wasn't dope, it's just that I opened so many of them that it just kind of like tainted this. Yes, it is my PC ETB. No, the Zard from the next set, you're going to see me heavily invested in opening up Pokemon aggressively with the Zard from the next set. Totally don't have an unhealthy attraction to Charizard. So, that's neither here nor there. Yes, Don, we are opening up our PC ETB. So we have our Alakazams, which I'm looking forward to sending to the PSA. I know that some of us do not like PSA, and that, yes, their prices went up, and that is okay. All right, let's see what this majestic box has to offer. Pack number 1. So there are some gold cards in this set that are astronomically expensive. So, me too, Don. But we actually haven't opened anything, so we're kind of curious to see what this set has. So we have an Execute, Gimmighoul, Thievul, Beware. Oh, that's cool that they came back with Beware. Haven't seen him in a while. Marshadow. Fighting Gong. Kadabra. Kadabra. Get that Marshadow or gold card. Loxley, how much time do you have? And I can explain it if you'd like. It's just not. I mean, it is an easy execute, but that is sick. I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. That is a sick Executor. Reverse Executor hollow foil. That's really cool. The reverse Krogunk. I like the reverse foiling so far. Ooh, we got an EX off Jump Street. Mega Abomasnow EX. Hit number 1 is an EX. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, the thing about Beckett versus PSA. Beckett is people grade Beckett because they want black labels. Black labels are like your low population. The new hollow pattern was used to save money on time and press. I didn't know that. You talking about the reverse hollow? Kind of looks like poop. The executor just pops, but the foiling does look like poop. PSA is your more liquid slab, so people like PSA. Essentially, the thing about PSA versus everything else is that you can take PSA to GameStop, and it's essentially like a guaranteed pawn shop. That makes sense. Well, that's different. Not used to seeing that. I like the new backings to the code cards. It's not just like this dull black thing that is just got no color and pop to it. So yeah, Mega Abomasnow EX, our first hit. We're in pack number 2, PC ETB Gardevoir. Well, the thing with Beckett Black Labels is that the populations are so low that it's hard to establish like market value of them. And so cards, because they don't sell often, are harder to get rid of in the time of need, versus PSA 10s are so liquid in most cases that you usually have a good establishment of sales, where some Beckett Black Labels won't sell for 6 months to a year, if not longer, or the population is so low that there's like 5. For vendors, yes. For collectors, no. But we're kind of in a transitional period in regards to collectors as well, because we're starting to see cards with high populations sustain value versus 10 years ago, it was about low population cards. So we're starting to see a transition in the hobby as well. Sobble, Toxicroak, Risky Ruins, Houndstone, Magnezone, Thievul. Yeah, the reverse pattern's kind of dookie. Pokémon Center Lady. Oh, we have an ultra rare. All right, we know what time it is. It's a Who's That Pokemon? Or trainer. Second hit of our ETB. 3, 2, 1. And we have Mega Lucario EX. That is gorgeous. Little laser nick at the top, unfortunately. But beautiful card, nonetheless. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful card. Gotta love that quality control on the print stuff, though. That's what I'm talking about. Pack fresh card, nick at the top. That's what we want to see. That's $48 fucking dollars? You're shitting me. Really? I thought it was just the... I think that's just the ultra rare. I didn't know it was that expensive. I definitely like the backings to the new code cards. 28. Oh. That sounds more reasonable. Yeah. Lucario doesn't have a lot, but it's still a sick card nonetheless. We have Chikorita. I can't say it. It's a tile. It's a puppy. Having a stroke trying to say that. Abra. Makuhita. We have Frostmoth. Lieutenant Surge's Bargain. Garganackle. The reverse Garganackle, that's poop. We didn't want that. Stoofle. And a Magnium. I thought it said Magnesium. That's poop. Yeah. I guess it's kind of reminds me of Scarlet Violet base set in regards to some of the art quality. I don't know if that's a reasonable comparison or not. Not the chases, but the commons, uncommons, like that kind of stuff. Stoofle again. Gimme Ghoul. Sizzlepede. Nuzleaf. Mischief. Centiscorch. We have Tangrowth. Our first reverse rare is Xerneas, or is that Executor? That's our first reverse rare. Got the Xerneas. We have C-Dot. Commons or uncommons equivalent in Pokemon that have any value at all. The only set that had for the uncommons and commons, if they're played aggressively, then yes. Otherwise, the only ones that are got the Steelix that are worth anything are in Prismatic, the Pokeballs and Master Balls of the commons and uncommons, because they're technically considered a hit for the set, and the pull ratios for this set are so bad that it kind of like makes sense. But even a lot of the bulk rares, because you have to remember that Pokemon, there's so many versions of a card that are played that and people open so much of the product that your bulk rares and stuff like that are going to be very easy to get a hold of and very cheap. Like, the only EXs off the top of my head that run kind of expensive is Fazandapedes, like $17, and that's just like a base double rare EX. And then following that's like the Mew EX from 151, and that's just because they're both played. So like those are the only real double rares that stand out, if that makes sense. Firo, Nincada, Natalie, Mantine, Mega Signal, Shed Ninja. Shed Ninja. It's his name. Ninetales. Meh. Kind of poop artwork. Reverse Boss's Orders. Because that's the Scarlet Violet base set artwork, if I remember correctly. Spiritomb. And, ooh, what is that? Ooh, another EX. EX number deuce coming in. The Lily's Determination is a bulk trainer card in this set that apparently has. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially because the new set's going to come out. Mega Kangaskhan EX. What I do like about these versus like the Terra is that the artwork is actually visible on this card versus like the Terraform EXs. So that part I do actually appreciate. The Terra EXs were kind of meh. I think there's like a big Lily's Determination too, if I remember correctly. All right, we have Sandslash. Yeah, for value, for playability is different. It's kind of like Magic, right? Like if a card's played, people want it, versus getting the shiny version for collecting. Abra. Switch. Execute. Goldango. Premium Power Pro. It's a bottle of Powerade. That's what it is. Hey, Adam. That's crazy. Yeah, most bulk trainer cards don't do well. Grumpig. There's a gentleman who's tried to sell his collection yesterday, and a majority of it was trainers, and I was like, Yeah, I don't want it. Ooh, we have an illustration rare. Our first Mega Evolutions illustration rare incoming. Let's get a who's that Pokemon? Because it's shiny. It's full art. And it's gorgeous. Here we go. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Our first illustration rare is... yoink. We have Heliotile. I don't know how to say that, but that is a beautiful, beautiful trainer. That is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. With the Alakazam rare. That's what we like to see right there. Our first full art illustration rare. Let's go. Chases are the gold cards, of course, but pulling those out of a silly ETB, not possible. I'm just kidding. Somebody would probably get lucky and get them. All right, let's go. So far, it's been pretty fun. I like some of the artwork. Some of the artwork I don't like. Pachirisu. Grivard. Bulbasaur. Strudel. I don't know what Strudel's supposed to be. Inteleon. Strange Timepiece. Shuckle. Reverse Ultra Ball. Reverse Gumshoes. And a rare Kyogre. This is Haunter's favorite card. Especially the Gold Star Kyogre. Absolutely loves it. Thinks it's the best card ever. Yeah. Beware, number 2. Heliotile. I don't know how to say his name. Dog guy. It's a dog guy now. We have Ralts. Makuhita. Forest of Vitality. Executor. I get reverse. Latios. It's cool. I didn't know it was an uncommon. Reverse Grumpig. Reverse Abra. And a rare Devil. I'm starting to get the names of these Pokemons right. The chase in this set is the gold Mega Lucario and the gold Mega Gardevoir, which is the special illustration rares, but completely gold foil. Looks really unique, I would say. I do not think it would look good in a PSA slab. I think it would look really good in like a Beckett slab, but not like a big fan of like the gold cards. But gold cards have gained a lot of popularity since the chases are gold, so people are starting to collect the golds from other sets as well. Heliolisk. Corfish. Tangela. Chiyu. Iron Defender. Spiritomb. Toxicroak Reverse. Strange Timepiece Reverse. Yeah, these reverses are kind of dookie, not gonna lie. And a rare Cinderace. It's no real difference between the reverses and the rares. It's just the new thing until the next thing. The SIRs are much better artwork. So the SIRs are a lot better artworks. I agree with you. Pull rate stats, like there's people that'll open like 1,000 packs and break down like what they've opened for 1,000 packs. Consistency wise, unless it's like you get booster boxes, then that's a way to do it. I don't know if there's like a good consistency to ETBs or how many you would need to see like accurate representation across ETBs. If that makes sense or not. So pull rates are not guaranteed unless it's a booster box. Nico, I could be wrong on that if you can fact check me. Nico would know more on that. Thievel, Young Goose, Tangela, Clauncher. Because if I remember reading correctly, the only things guaranteed are out of booster boxes, which is like one SIR. And that was something that they realized in Temporal Forces, but I don't know if that changes by set either. Repel, Ninjask, Marshadow, Pachirisu is kind of cool. But only because of its like electric Pokemon versus the background. Onyx. And another EX. EX number 3 is Mega Camerupt EX. Very nice. I like the EXs better. Reverses and rares, not so much, but the EXs are much better, in my opinion. Mucho bettero. Alright, last pack out of our Gardevoir Pokemon Center ETB, and then we'll be going into our Lucario Pokemon Center ETB. Then I guess there's really no consistency in the pull ratios or guaranteed pull ratios that other games might have. I know Japanese sets also are different, and I know that like for Prismatic Japanese, you're guaranteed an SIR per box, so that's different there. Sandshrew, Lit Leo, Clauncher, Tinkatink, Gumshoe, Surfing Beach, Centiskorch, Reverse Nuzleaf, Reverse Frostmoth, and a rare Magnium. So like for this ETB, how we got like one illustration rare, we might not get one in the next ETB, realistically. So that's why people tend to keep these things sealed. Yeah. That's the dude that does the 1,000 packs, right? Is that the dude that does 1,000 packs for ratios? Because I know there's another guy, or if it's not him, I know that there's a dude that does 1,000 packs the moment a set comes out, rips it, and then like breaks it down on illustration rares, SIRs, stuff like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Trying not to like damage the card, lifting it off the table. So for our Gardevoir ETB, we got the Mega Lucario EX, Mega Kangaskhan EX, Mega Camerupt, Dog Illustration. I can't say the name, so sorry. And then the Mega Abomasnow EX. So we had 3 base EXs, an ultra rare, and an illustration rare. Plus our promos. So not bad on the hits for ETB number Quan. Just gonna put these up there in the background. Trying something different. All right, let me put my poop pile over there. Poop pile over here. Poop pile over there. All right. So we have our Mega Lucario Pokemon Center ETB. And everybody else is going to cry because, yes, we're going to open it. Yeah. Nope. There we go. Yeah. 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 All right. Not be upside down. That in there. That right down there, so I don't get confused. Okay. So similar insert. Oh, I could do that better if I tried. I was being completely sarcastic at that. Coin's pretty cool though. Definitely gonna just throw it out. Well, oops, all spells. Get this out of the way. There's our little dice kit. That out the way. We have our Lucario sleeves. And we have our, the Riolu promo. I actually didn't know what promos each one had until I opened it, so I probably should have done the research. Well, and RC is swept. It's okay. Very loose packaging on the promos, but yeah. Going into penny sleeve, into submission sleeve, so we don't have to. Got a little crease at the bottom. That's a sad panda right there. I wonder if it'll still grade well. Probably not. It's probably a PSA 9. That's unfortunate. We'll laugh if it gets a 10. It is, yeah. The Riolu is pretty cool. Yeah, we're still gonna grade it, but we definitely don't think it's gonna come back at 10. It'll be a 9. There's some edgeware that is just out of the control of the card, which is unfortunate. Had nothing to do with the fact that it fell out of the box either. It was just the laser, the way it was cut on the sheet. So yeah, there's our Riolu promos. And yeah, okay. So we have our Lucario Pokemon Center ETB cracked open. Let us get to Harippin. Pack number 1 out of 11. If you think about the ratios from the last ETB, we had just shy of like a 50% hit per pack. So that's not a bad hit ratio in comparison to like things like Prismatic, where you would get 1 hit per ETB. Thanks, Corona. I know you disagree with this, but I appreciate your support, my good sir. I know Nico disagrees, and well, everybody disagrees with what I'm doing, but I still appreciate y'all's support. Magnemite, excuse me, Vulpix, Bulbasaur, Pokemon Center Lady. Oh, my eye was itchy. Iron Defender, Grumpig, Pyroar, Thievul, Nincada, and the Mega Mobile EX, pack number 1. We got another hit. Kind of upset that they didn't make these foil. I think foil energies are really cool, but I want them to go back to like the old foil energy from XY time frame versus their new stuff, but that's a different conversation. Because the XY foil energies were dope. I actually got in trouble at a Magic tournament for using the energies as Storm. They're like, they're not the right game. I was like, I know they're not the right game. That's why they're tokens. They're not. But the judge was like, you can't use them. So I had to use my other ones, which was a sad day. The Cosmic with Swirl Energies? What you mean? Oh, you talking about from 151? The Cosmos Hollows? Pokemon Center Lady. Riolu. Nickit. Snom. Wally's Compassion. Pyroar. Executor. Garganackle. Sizzlepede. And... oh, it's a full art. I lied. I almost rushed through that. It's another ultra rare. We know what time it is. It's a... who's that Pokemon? Yeah, I believe that was 151 that I opened that. The Cosmos Hollow had the swirls on them. We have... Night Stretcher Ultra Rare. I like the fact that they did this, because this is the Japanese artwork that they made English. And I actually like this better than the gold. I'm not going to lie. I just wish that they did the background a little bit darker, so it makes the silver and the gold pop, but that's pretty cool. Not expect to open that. So we're EX and Ultra Rare. That's the one I wanted. The Night Stretcher? Why do I want that one? Educate me, Corona. Teach me the ways that I don't know. We have Riolu. Nickit number 2. Snom. Oh, that is true. I did want the gold version of it. Damn, you had a good-ass memory. I forgot. You know, sometimes y'all can say hurtful things. I have feelings, too. Tinkaton. Acerola's Mischief. Kadabra. Another reverse rare. The only reverse rare we got last time was Xerneas as well. That's funny. Oh, we got another one. The Dialga. That's pretty cool. Boiling's poop, but still cool. And the Lunatone. Yeah. Yeah. Say hurtful things. I'm having fun, Nico, so that's what's important. Score Bunny. Tinkatuff. Nuzleaf. Tyrogue. Risky Ruins. Houndstone. Tinkaton. Boss's Orders. Not a fan of these reverses. Every time I open one, I just dislike it more and more. Stoofle. And Steelix again. I like Steelix as a rare, just the artwork doesn't do it any justice, personally. But yeah. We hit the Mega Mawile Night Stretcher, and then we've gone blank and blank. So, see if this pack has something better. Tinkatuff again. Nuzleaf. Tyrogue. Sobble. Ninjask. Fighting Gong. Houndstone, Pup Guy, Crawdunt, and a rare Vettel. Yeah, the reverses and regular foils are just not good. What's y'all's favorite cards from Mega so far? I know a lot of people are loving the Latias. A lot of love on the gold cards. What are we feeling? We have a Sobble, Electrike, Boonery, Delmise, Volcanion. Actually, didn't know this was in the set. Powerade. The Marshadow is king? Really? So should it be more or less than what it's at? Tangrowth. Ultra Ball. Sandshrew. Both poop reverse. Ooh, another EX. We have the Mega Manectric. My least favorite of the Mega EXs. Still better than any of the Terras, though. Because it's like the Marshadow, if I remember correctly seeing it, it was like $80 or $90. Should be less until I obtain one. So if I find one in the wild, like if somebody brings it up to the table, you want me to get it for you? Oh, you think it's going to go up that high? Is it the same artist, though? Electrike. Boonery. Delmise. Numel. Centiskorch. Powerade number 3. Tangrowth. Grumpig. Volcanion, reverse, and Raikou. Didn't know he was in here. It's pretty cool. Raikou V from Glaring Gallery is like super dope. Am I for sale at the card shows? I can be for the right price. Talk dirty to me now. 0313. Really? And what's the callback to the older card? Numel. Krogunk. Spoink. Ooh, let's spoink. I don't like the way I said that. Ignore me. Sorry, chat. Snover. A Grumpy Pig. Latios. Repel. The reverse C-Dot. $20 is $20. No. 20. We're not at the point where a hole's a hole yet. Ooh, illustration rare. Do. Who's that Pokemon? 15 shillings. That is crazy talk. What is a shilling even worth anyways? But in the meantime, while we discuss what shillings are, it's time for Who's That Pokemon? We have illustration rare number 2 coming at you fast. Let us see what we have. I have... Yoink. Ooh, Executor. Very nice. Very nice. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. And the Georg. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I buy. I'll take you to Waffle House after. Okay, so this goes to the side for Corona. Corona calls dibs on the executor, apparently. He knows something we don't know. You need a full page of that card. You need a full page of that card like I need a crack pipe. Neither of which is conducive to our health. Insert Dons with Doug Trio. What I'm curious to see is if the Alakazam and the Riolu end up in binders like the rest of the Black Star promos, because everybody's going to open ETBs, and the price is going to drop. Krogunk. Spoink me. I need to know what a shilling was worth, by the way. Like, what are we talking about price-wise? Snover. A Deli Bird. I'm hoping that comes back in a 10. I know the Riolu won't, unfortunately. It'll be a 9. Chi-Yu. Knowing our luck, it'll probably get downgraded to an 8 or an 8.5. I definitely hope that they end up in binders because I'm just going to start buying those up. Surfing Beach, as will every other vendor known to mankind. Latios. The reverse Toxicroak. Don't like the reverses. Frostmoth. And Yoink Alakazam. The Dookie Alakazam. Alright, 2 packs remain. Let's see what lies inside our fate. I saw the signs. Hiya, hiya. We're going to be doing a whole booster box of this next week. Delibird. Toxicroak. Seedot. Ralts. Ninjask. Marshadow. Chi-Yu. Pachirisu. Onyx. And Dialga. Alright. Well, that was poop. Last pack. $1 is 1,855.287757 shilling. Is there God packs in this? Have the whole evolution line of like Venusaur in it. Yeah, Steve is very strong in Pirate Line. That's crazy talk, bro. Alright. Last pack magic chat. Let's see what we got. We have Mantine, Pachirisu, Grivard, Bulbasaur, Shiftry, Determination, Gumshoes, Iron Defender, Moment of Truth chat, Mystery Garden, and it's an EX, so we're ending on a hit, just not one that we wanted. The Mega Kangaskhan EX number 2. So not bad. So we matched, for all intents and purposes, we actually matched with 5 total hits for the ETB. So we went 5 for 5 with 1 ultra rare each, 1 illustration rare each. So I'm not saying that your ETBs are going to be like that, as we did have an extra pack or 2 for the Pokemon Center ones. So you're probably looking at like 1 hit less. What that hit would be, I don't know if it would be an EX or like the illustration or the ultra rare. But that's kind of like what we got there. So our hits for this right here. So promos, and then we had the top row right there, and that was everything that we opened for our Pokemon Center ETBs. We'll be doing the enhanced booster box next weekend, or next Monday, sorry. We'll be doing Magic tomorrow, and then we'll be doing our inventory update and show schedule for the rest of the year on Wednesday. So that is pretty much it, chat. Simple, to the point, nothing crazy. Thinking about giving away another one of the Victini promos, but we'll get there. And yeah, with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for all the wonderful support. I know opening Pokemon Center ETBs in the hobby is not very smiled upon, but again, it's something that I wanted to do. I did enjoy it. I do plan to add the promos, get them graded, and add them to my personal collection, just to kind of like express the journey that we have together as a channel. So, yeah. Much loves to all of you fantastic trash cans out there. Hope everybody has a fantastic evening. Much loves, and we'll check y'all later. How much to spread it for the outro? We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Appreciate you, Kojin. Y'all be easy. Don't be too sleazy. Much love, y'all, and I appreciate it. Deuces!